Hey there, Christopher Thunder here from the World's Dirtiest Workshop. Are you having trouble copying a 4 gigabyte file from your hard drive to one of these or one of these? You're not alone. There's actually a reason why you can't copy files larger than 4 gigabytes from your hard drive to one of these. It's called the file allocation table. And if you don't have an extensible file allocation table assigned to one of these, well, you're going to be out of luck. I've got a 9 gigabyte file that I need to copy from my hard drive to one of these to back it up. And if I can't do that, I can't save it, for emergency purposes. If my computer crashes, my video goes bye-bye. So I need to back up my video to something like this so it's removable and I can store it in a drawer somewhere. If you're worried about your files getting lost and your computer is a little flaky or say 10 years old like mine, you definitely want to put your larger video files on something like this. These things can last a decade. They can last a very long time. And you might want to store it on the cloud in a place like YouTube. This is really important when it comes to backing up your files. Put a copy here and put a copy up there on the cloud, and you'll be pretty safe. Now on with my video. My video is done on my Macintosh. However, you can do the same kind of thing on a Windows machine as well. Your problem is very simple. These things are given a file allocation table in the old MS-DOS format. It's something called FAT12. You have to understand that it's not fat as in big, but file allocation table. So these things have some kind of a format, and that format is FAT12. FAT12 has a 4 gigabyte limit. So if you need to get a larger file put on these, well, you need to change the file allocation table on these things. To do that, you have to wipe them out and start over with a fresh, clean thumb drive or chip. So the SD card works the same way as a thumb drive. Just consider them behaving the same way. They just plug in differently into your computer. Other than that, they're pretty much identical. Now, when you buy these, they usually come in a FAT12 format. That's the old format that is requiring files smaller than 4 gigabytes. Well, you might want to put a big movie on it like me, a YouTuber, and I have a 9 gigabyte file. How am I going to do that? I'm going to wipe out what's on these devices. Okay, it's a chip and a thumb drive. And I'm going to reassign the file allocation table to extensible FAT, which will give me an upper limit much higher than I would ever really need. What am I going to do with this? Well, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to open up my disk utility. So I'm going to go to maybe Launchpad. I'm going to click on disk utility. And then I'm going to click on RAID 4_1. Okay, that's the name I gave that thumb drive. What I'm going to do is I'm going to just verify it real quick to make sure that it is in fact okay. And it got an exit code 0, which means it's okay. Now, what I want to do is I want to erase this and give it an exFAT. Now, what is this FAT thing? Preparing FAT. Well, that is your file allocation table. It doesn't mean big, okay? It's just a table that represents how the information is organized on that disk or thumb drive. And you're going to see here MS-DOS FAT. Well, MS-DOS is really old. The file allocation table for these old disks can only handle 2 gigabytes or something like that. So what you want to do is you want to be able to extend that file allocation table in such a way that it can handle larger files, such as a 9 gigabyte file. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to select exFAT. As simple as that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit erase. So that's going to erase all that junk that's already on that thumb drive. Go check the name of it before I hit that button, because if it's wrong, I could erase the hard drive on the computer. I'm going to hit erase. And I'm going to say erase, and that's done. Wow, that didn't really give me a message, did it? Okay. So, does it really have exFAT on it? Is it really, set up so that it can handle a 9 gigabyte file? I don't know. Let's find out. So, and my wife's coming home. Okay, so I'm in the middle of a video, honey. All right, so I'm recording and I'm getting your face, so I may have to black you out. All right, so I'm going to open up the new Finder window. I'm going to go down and select RAID, and I'm going to take that same file and I'm going to drag it down here. See if I can copy that. Wow, big difference, huh? So I have just successfully altered the file allocation table of that thumb drive so I can handle very large files. That's really simple and a fun, easy way to set up all your new thumb drives to handle very large movies. So if you're like me, a YouTuber just starting out, and you're wondering why you can't save your movies to your thumb drives, it's the file allocation table, and that's why. So just remember, you need your file allocation table to be extra fat, and your thumb drive will be able to save larger files. Thank you, and this is Christopher Thunder, and thanks for watching The World's Dirtiest Workshop. Bye-bye.
So much later that the old narrator got tired of waiting and they had to hire a new one.